It's not often here on the Andrew and Troy show that we get political, but it's time now to cross over to our live reporters, Troy and Joel, at yesterday's marriage equality rally in Taylor Square. Yes, thanks, Troy. We are down here live at Taylor Square. Both myself and
Joel, we're here, Troy. It's so exciting.
it is where we're here to go and chat to the people about marriage equality and why they're here today at the rally.
That's what we do here at OX. We go to the people. We're the people's station.
That's right.
And it's awesome to see so many people here today at Taylor Square supporting today. So it's awesome.
We can't wait. So let's go and meet some people.
Let's do it. How you going, Liz?
I'm well. Very exciting.
It is very exciting. There's so many people coming out today, and it's so awesome to see the community out, isn't it?
It is. There's a range of people here too, from mums to couples.
And you're a mum yourself.
I am.
Now,
I'm a mum.
you can write a sign. So we get down here today, and you can write a little message on a sign and carry it around with you. What does your sign say?
It says, I'm a mum. My son has the right to marry just as I did.
That's amazing. We're loving it. So tell us a little bit about your son. I hear he's a little bit of a celebrity in the local world here.
My son, like my daughter, they're both very creative. My son has written a book called I Think I'm a Poof.
Very good book.
And he's now working in film. And I want him to have the same chance that I did and the same opportunity as my daughter will to marry. I got married at 23 and I've squeezed myself into the wedding dress today.
I know, you look amazing. Love it.
And I would just like to celebrate his marriage one day. And why not gay people get married and commit themselves, and hopefully their relationships will last as long as everyone else's does. Some short, some long. But I'd much rather him be in a committed relationship than not. And he is at the moment, so why not celebrate that?
Awesome. So unfortunately for some people that do come out to their parents don't take it so well. What message would you have to give to parents out there that may not have accepted their child coming out?
Well, years ago, the left-handers were the ones that were bullied and had their arms tied behind their backs and were treated poorly. But we now know that left-handers are just born that way.
Yeah.
So I just hope that all parents all around Australia will realise that that's just how gay people are.
Absolutely.
It takes a while for them to realise sometimes, just as it did for the left-handers, and parents will try and sway them, but ultimately they're going to be happier, safer people if we just acknowledge them and respect the way they are.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming out today. You look absolutely amazing, and
Thank you.
get that sign nice and high, and we love it. Thank you so much for catching up with us today.
Thanks, Joel.
We've bumped into Rodney Croom, the head honcho of Australian marriage equality. Rodney, how are you?
Good, Troy. How are you?
Great. This is a wonderful day we've got down here. Well, not wonderful day because the weather's a little bit terrible, but it's a wonderful turnout. Can you tell us a little bit about the day and why we're having this protest today?
We're here because we want to send a message to Australia that it's time for marriage equality.
Yeah.
The fact that Ireland has endorsed the reform means we're the last developed English-speaking country not to allow same-sex couples to marry.
Which is just a little bit embarrassing.
Which is a little bit embarrassing, and we want to send a message to our federal politicians in particular that there's no more dilly-dallying. There's no more delaying. There's no more fudging on this. It's time to get on and do it. We know that the majority of Australians are right behind us on that, and we want to send a message to those Australians. It's time we all united behind this reform.
What do you want? Marriage equality! When do you want it?
Joel, it's gone crazy down here.
It is.
Oxford Street has been blocked off by protesters. The police on the horses, cars are all out in force to break up a bit of a rally that's happened in the middle of the street.
This is amazing, Troy. Look at all the people. It's just it's such an awesome moment, I think, to be here today.
They're chanting. They've attempted to stop traffic and chalk a rainbow across the original rainbow crossing. Wow. Who would have thought today would have got so
big? This is awesome.
The crowd it's hard to move here at Taylor Square.
It is. It's absolutely packed, and it's just amazing to see so many people down here today, Troy.
When do you want it?
Troy, we are here with the wonderful Christine Foster. How are you going, my love?
I'm going very well, thank you.
That's good. Look, I think the big question of today that we really need to know is, When are we going to see you on stage with a microphone at Stonewall Hotel for karaoke again?
Probably this Tuesday.
This Tuesday. There we go, OXs, right up there, right at the press. We've got it fresh.
Okay, something a little bit more serious.
That's hardly a news flash, though.
A little bit more serious. What would you say to Liberal voters who may not have changed their minds yet?
Yeah, look, I mean, there's Troy. There's always going to be. I'd call it a significant minority that will never agree with marriage equality, and that's okay. That's the reality of democracies, and having the great freedom to think what we think with freedom and with for ourselves, and have the opportunity to express ourselves.
Of course, yes.
So I mean, there was some commentary in the newspapers this morning that was pretty anti marriage equality, and obviously as we get closer to this happening, the no case people will start to galvanise and become more vocal. There's no doubt about that. Just as the yes case people are galvanising and becoming
Let's just
more
hope we're
vocal.
louder.
Well, I think there's no doubt that we will be.
Yeah.
Because most of the no case arguments are frankly a bit silly.
Yeah.
The sky hasn't fallen in Canada or England or South Africa or New Zealand because they've introduced marriage equality. Heterosexual couples haven't started getting divorced because the gays next door can get married. I mean, it's just fanciful to think that in some way this is something to do with undermining an institution. In fact, it's the exact opposite.
I think we'd be strengthening it, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're all joining this. The whole community's joining the straights.
Yeah.
But it's exactly the opposite. It's about same-sex couples wanting to be part of what is the great institution, the bedrock of our society.
Yeah.
So, it can only be a positive in my view. I think it will be something that will be good for the economy. It will certainly be good for the national mood.
Yeah.
It will be a nation-building decision in my view, and I as I said today, I'm very confident that we will get a decision on this, and I'm before the end of the year, and I would really like it to be, and I think it will be, a resounding yes.
On what you said about by the end of the year, how awkward will Christmas be if we don't get it by the end of the year?
Well, I think even if it hasn't been passed into law by the end of the year, it will have been discussed in Parliament. It will be pretty clear that it's going to be passed into law at the first session of Parliament next year. That's just my feeling. And you never know how the timing of this sort of stuff, with getting bills through Parliament, can get held up, and if there's a major crisis or something unforeseen happens that sort of knocks timing out of the water. I mean, all things being equal, and let's make all things be equal.
Well, that's a plan, isn't it?
All things being equal, I think that it's very. I can't. It's just my opinion. I think it will be done and dusted by Christmas.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Okay, we're down here today at Taylor Square. It's an amazing vibe, and I've got a couple of girls with me. What's your name?
Megan.
Paige.
Megan and Paige. Now, you guys are here. You've got a sign. I love her. Isn't that enough? Tell me about that. Why have you written that down?
Oh, pretty much. Marriage equality is marriage equality. Like, is me not having a deep love for my now fiance.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Is me loving her not enough for, the rights to marry? And
Absolutely.
Same as everyone else. Why isn't us loving our partner enough to be able to get married,
What would you say to people who, say, disagree with you and say that your love is not enough?
Well, I think it's enough, and that's all that matters, really. What it means to me. But people that disagree, I don't know.
At the end of the day, the wants of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And honestly, you look at the come up of the people today, 90% of the people here today want the right to marry their partner, and they don't have that. And if you disagree with me, then too bad. Eventually, you're going to be on the wrong side of history, so suck it up.
Thank you very much for your
Awesome.
time.
Thanks, girls. Troy, we're here with the wonderful Tanya Plibersek today. How you going?
Yeah, terrific, thank you.
That's good. Look, first of all, a massive thank you for everything that you've done and are doing and continuing to do to support this. It's truly amazing, and it's great to have people like you in the position you are to do this. So a massive thank you for that. So I guess standing up there today, you know, and seeing the mass amount of people that turned up here today at Taylor Square, you know, how did that make you feel? You know, what was running through your mind?
Oh, it just made me feel great, and it made me feel terrific because I was looking out on the audience, and of course I saw a lot of people from the GLBTI community that I knew, but I also saw a lot of parents here, friends, supporters, right across the spectrum of the Australian community turning out to say that as Australians, we feel that this is time for our nation to take the next step towards marriage equality.
Absolutely. No, it was fantastic. I got a bit of a shiver standing up there and seeing it all, so it was wonderful. But very, very short, but thank you very much again, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Cheers.
And there we have it, our report from the Taylor Square Marriage Equality Rally, which will hopefully soon see marriage equality, which is hopefully the start of the massive push that we will soon see throughout Australia for marriage equality, for the marriage between two people, not just a man and a woman here in Australia, taking us in line with the rest of the world. And with that, make sure you head to freevote.org.au so you can let your local politician know that you want a free vote on marriage equality. You are listening to The Andrew and Troy Show.
The Andrew and Troy Show on OX Gold.
And we're going to be driving you homo.